Hazmat Shed. This is another episode of the Zoot Report, Sunroof Edition. Oh wow, it is a beautiful day here. It is currently 65 degrees, Northeast Ohio, Cleveland. Partly cloudy sky. Okay, well, lots of clouds, as you can see up there. Supposed to have some inclement weather or something. I don't know. What are we going to talk about today? I've been struggling. I've been struggling to come up with a topic. So, I don't know. I've pretty much talked about every damn thing. I don't know. Whatever grabs my interest, really. But, in general, okay. As the world burns. There you go. As the world burns. You know, like as the world turns. As the world burns, these are the days of our lives. Yeah, as the world is burning, right? Things are shutting down. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The world is going through changes. Apparently there's a peace deal that's being signed in Iran. I don't know what the fuck. Why? I mean, at least it's the cessation of fighting, cessation of war. That's a good thing. But that would just mean that everything that we have done this Iranian campaign is all for naught, really. If you look at the peace deal, we are not making we are not doing we're not coming out ahead on this one. If anything, we're pretty much broke now because of it. And soon to be even broker. More broker. I don't know. What the fuck? At least it stopped. I guess. I guess. See, we don't know. Right? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a peace deal that finally they've come to some kind of negotiations, and the IRGC are okay with that. Yeah, because it's a sweet fucking deal. We get them to open up the strait, stop threatening the world with your little drones and ballistic missiles, right? Which are of low quality. Nothing like ours. Very low tech being used. I mean, they took tankers with fucking speedboats. They took tankers with speedboats. They laid out cheap old mines in the Strait of Hormuz, and then they shot ballistic missiles and drones at everybody and other ships too. Right? I mean, it goes to show you that it seems to me that we tried to bully somebody that had more fight in them than we thought. Or we achieved our goals, which was not to do any of this crap, not to win over Iran, just, bring it to a stalemate, and maybe reroute some oil and shit, right? Make the oil prices go up. It's all about that agenda, right? The agendas that it does play into their hands, right into their plans, world domination. But for most people, we're just looking at it like, this is fucking stupid. Why? I mean, shout out to the military personnel that lost their life, and for what? I mean, for what? They served, right? They served. They paid the ultimate price. But for what? I mean, really, you look at the deal. There's a lot of shit I don't really know. I just know the basics. Basically, it's going to go back to the way it was, just like the way it was, right? No real changes there, except that we are going to give them $300 billion to rebuild. Yeah, that's right. And we're going to open up more billions of dollars, like $70 billion, I think it is, that we prevented them from getting in sanctions. Wow, I mean, that's a hell of a deal for Iran. For us, it appears that we have surrendered, we have capitulated. Looks like it to me. I mean, and our handlers, Israel, they're not too happy about it. They of course want the conflict to continue, because obviously Iran is their biggest enemy. They wanted to crush them, and so I don't know, man. Maybe King David, King Bibi, maybe they go anyway. Maybe they go in anyway. They really can't by themselves. Maybe now they can, because we did all the heavy lifting. Destroyed most of their fucking military infrastructure. So maybe, Israelis have been in there doing sorties too. So maybe they'll do an all-out invasion. I don't know what that looks like. Even after we signed the peace deal. King David has been literally fighting tooth and nail against Trump the whole way through this. The whole way. And it looks like, I don't know, Mr. Commander Head Chef is going to be fired, maybe, because it's all his fault. Because we didn't win. Even though they're signing a peace deal. That's winning, right? Hey, cessation of war. We're not on the winning end here. We did not win this war at all. Nothing. If anything, we proved that we're woefully inadequate at defending 6 miles of water. The most important 6 miles of water in the whole world when it comes to economies and oil and all that shit. It's kind of weird. And it's like, it just seems that we didn't know what the fuck we're doing. Could we have sent in ground troops, launched a ground campaign? Even the experts are like, oh, hell no. No, you thought Afghanistan was bad. No. You thought Iraq was bad. No, Iran's even worse. There's a reason why, there's a reason why they've just been left unchecked by all the other militaries, because it doesn't take much to fortify their state at all. It's very mountainous. They've got, tunnels galore. Everything is hardened, and I hear you. We've got Moabs and JDAMs and bunker penetrators and all these things, but It didn't do any good, really. I mean, percentage-wise, it probably did something. But all Iran had to do was just weather the storm, weather the onslaught, which they did, and and have proven that they can continue to weather the onslaught of the most powerful military the history of the world has ever seen. I mean, you gotta give credit where credit is due. I mean, we dropped a lot of ordnance on them. A lot. Some of the most daring rescue of all time happened right there in Iran. Wow. But it was very costly. See, that's the thing too, is they made it very costly for the United States to win, to do anything, to have any kind of success. They made it very, very costly for they make it very costly for anyone to do anything, because they don't need much to harden their infrastructure, to harden their capabilities. None at all, really. I mean, the whole fucking nation is built on rocks. Big fucking rocks that go deep into the ground. Hard granite. And they knew they just had to all they had to do was just tunnel into them, fortify them, and there you go. Everything is protected, and it is. And they have more damn drones and ballistic missiles than we figured they did. I mean, you remember the talks that were happening? Oh, they're about to run out. They're 90% of their military infrastructure is destroyed. But yet still they continue to project power in the Strait of Hormuz with very, very low tech, inexpensive things. One of those drones costs, I don't know, $5,000 to $10,000, whereas our missiles are up in the millions. So, I mean, we ran out. We ran out of ordnance. Had to get a emergency delivery from the manufacturers. Ukraine came in with their to help with their drone expertise. In this peace deal, nobody wins but Iran. I mean, they don't care. Like I said, the IRGC, that tyrannical regime, cares nothing about their people. They let them die. They let them get hit in massive attacks, massive sorties, explosive ordnance. They don't care. Millions of them. They don't give a fuck. Whatever. Okay, that's cool. As long as they can still extort and project power on the Strait of Hormuz and the rest of the world, right, and their neighbors, they don't care about their people. If anything, this strengthens the fact that no one can stop them from being a tyrannical regime and being tyrannical against their own people. So the whole revolution that they were talking about, that shit ain't gonna happen. People are crushed. They're like, oh fuck, we can't do anything. We were hoping to get some help from good old US of A, Oppresso de Libre or whatever. Oppressa de Libre. I'm sorry, I'm messing it up. I know that's Green Beret motto, oppress the liberated or something, liberate the oppressed. Yeah, liberate the oppressed. But no, none of that happened. I don't see that happening in the future. Maybe it does. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the strategy is we back away, right? We back away from going kinetic and we get guerrilla. Work on that revolution. I don't know. Do some 5th generational warfare, some asymmetrical warfare, some subversion, right? Play the long game. But they got that shit on lockdown too. Skull, by the way. So this is all for naught, really. I mean, we didn't accomplish anything any of the goals that we set out to accomplish. And okay, Iran promises to not make a nuclear weapon. Iran promises to open the Strait of Hormuz and have, unrestricted access in and out. It would behoove them to do that because they get paid too. Their oil fields can continue to pump oil into tankers that take it elsewhere, right? And on top of that, they get $300 billion with a B dollars in rebuilding and reconstruction. Huh? What? And they get their money that has been sitting in sanctions, that they can't touch. They haven't been able to touch for about $70 billion. So approximately $370 billion are being given to Iran to open the straits. That's it. Wow. I mean, you just we went to war. It's a war. I don't give a fuck what they said. We went to war with Iran because, oh my, weapons of mass destructions again, right? Oh, they're this close, getting a fucking nuke, this fucking close, this close. Oh my, we have to act now. Act now. We got this where did we get this intelligence from? Where do you think? Where do you think it came from? Yeah, King David. That's right, King David. They're masters in manipulation of intel. That's exactly what they did. They convinced us to just let's crush Iran. Okay, let's go. It's go time. Do it now. And you know what? There might have been some blackmailing in there too. You know what I mean? Hey, Jeff Yeppy, right? PDF files. I don't know. Do our bidding, or else. So, it's possible that we quit because, well, we achieved our ulterior goals, which was to make an absolute fortune on the oil shortage, right? We're still working on the pipeline. Maybe this helps. I don't know. We shall see. Hey, stop throwing rocks at me. Yep. But this is great for Iran. Wow. I mean, it. You know, talk about punishments and rewards. Talk about empowering and emboldening your your enemy. I mean, they are bold as ever. Like, wow, we just basically they threatened the Strait of Hormuz, which threatened the world. They survived an absolute onslaught against them. Absolute onslaught for, I don't know, months now. And they still got what they wanted. I mean, time will tell if I mean, I don't know. It's up in the air if they have a nuclear bomb or they're going to get one or whatever. But, you know, Iran won this one. I mean, it's like United States picked a fight with a honey badger. We kicked that honey badger's ass all over the fucking place. And he's still coming at us. It just won't die. What the fuck? Why are you still aggressive? You know? Honey badgers. Crazy fucking creatures. So yeah, Iran is a honey badger. What the fuck? Who knew? The rest of the world knew. Everybody knew that. They're in one of the most fortified positions in the world. They have a chokehold on the most strategic place in the world. And we thought we could win. I don't know. Bomb them into submission. They never submitted. And you know, they never really went up against our military. When the bombs fell, they hit. They might have shot something down here and there, but they didn't send anything up flying around. They took cover. Like, yeah, here comes the bombs. Okay, that's nice. That's cute. We're going to our bunkers made of mountains, and have tea and smoke some hashish and watch rerun episodes of Seinfeld or something. Probably not Seinfeld. They have an extreme disdain for anything Jewish. But and what did they do? They came out. They didn't attack us. They did. They attacked our bases, which are just sitting there like ducks. Like sitting ducks in the desert. With barely any kind of anti-air. Definitely, depleted all our Patriot missiles and all our allies in the area. It still was able to hit targets using Shahed drones and other drones. It was able to maintain a chokehold on the most strategic 6-mile point in the world, with nothing but some old fucking water boat mines, some boats, some fast boats with little rockets on them, and small arms. What? We couldn't do anything about it. Or it kind of seems like maybe we didn't want to do anything about it. Maybe the United States military, the military did. I don't know. We'll see what the story comes out. The truth always reveals itself. Either later on or always later on, you know. Hindsight is 20/20. Yeah, as the world burns. Iran got what they wanted. I don't know. Did Trump get what he wanted? Doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like it at all. Maybe he did. I mean, maybe he made an absolute fortune, and $370 billion is probably just a small investment for what he got. I don't know. Please tell me in the comments, what do you think as the world burns? Okay, the gas is kind of went down. It's down. It's down past $4 now. Around here, I think I've seen 364, 354, 355. I got gas yesterday for $3.45. Using these little like perks and shit, you know, at convenience stores. But how are we winning? It just doesn't feel like we won. I mean, you know, as far as like lowering the price of oil, that we get to see that. I mean, it seems that, you know, every time they raise the price on something, they don't lower it right away, nor do they roll it back to the original prices. Inflation just kind of stays there. But yeah, $370 billion. Now, you know, United States and a lot of other countries, China too, I mean, they like to get into a country and do all these building and things, and they have a tendency to like kind of take control of everything. Because now you literally got your foot in the sand, literally, you know. So I can imagine any kind of construction crews that go to Iran, they have analyst fieldcraft in their resume. Right, you know what I'm saying? Chances are, yeah, they got some spies up in there, able to set up their own little infrastructures to surveil and to do whatever. You know, even sabotage, whatever. Okay, that's cool. But that's way on down the road. And somebody might just do something to break the treaty, break the agreement. Yeah, King David again. I think he will. He might derail the efforts just to continue this fight. I see that as a strong possibility, because they're not part of the agreement, even though, like I said before, they have totally merged with our military. The IDF and the United States military are one. Yeah. And we went to war because they gave us this intel. They told us that, they this close to getting a nuke. Y'all might want to hit them now. If you don't, we will. Oh, okay. It's like America wants to control the chaos and not let slip the dogs of IDF war. You know, because they will go in there and just lay waste to everyone. Atrocities everywhere. You know, kids will get, you know, splattered and you know, all kinds of stuff, man. Torturing, you know, just the people in general will not fare well. I mean, we're pretty good at mitigating risk, mitigating damage, you know. Pretty good at it. We got some very strategic strikes. I mean, Israel does too. They just don't want to do that. They like to scorch earth shit. You know? Carpet bomb everything, and send in the tanks and the troops and blow it, turn everything into rubble. You know, or we like to just make one building rubble. You know, or one apartment, or, you know, one house, one car, you know, one person. Oh God. Anyway, as the world burns, we're sitting here wondering, what was this all for? This has been Mad Shad. Thank you for hanging out with me for another Zoot Report. Skull.